Human stories in your work around the world, like what kind of stories in particular on the LGBTI spectrum have kind of touched you personally?
Well, the kind of stories that really touch me, and I know that also touch other people, are really when people are courageous enough to share the pain of exclusion, what exclusion does to them, being invisible, not being able to be who you are, and having to hide, and that you cannot use your full potential in that circumstances. And that is so truly dehumanizing that, even the staunchest, let's say, most conservative people will recognize that is not, what humanity is about. So in Macedonia, I was sharing some of the stories. I worked with many LGBTI activists from the first days when it was very difficult, and for them not being allowed to be in touch with their family, not feeling free walking in the street, or not being able to tell their employer that they were actually gay or lesbian is, as I said, is so disempowering. That is, I think, that human to human story for people to see that, I have my human dignity as well, and if you want me to be part of your society, allow me to be who I am, and I will help you. And those are the stories that are very powerful.
Do you see momentum for equality, and which way do you see momentum going in equality in your work?
I think there's definitely momentum for equality. We spoke a lot these days about like new trends of populism, nationalism, or maybe even political incorrectness becoming fashionable. But the beauty of this sort of counter-reaction, I think it's really a counter-reaction to the movement that have been made by equal rights movements, equal rights for women, equal rights for LGBTI. This is the counter-reaction, but it forces the movement for equal rights to pull their act together, rethink their story, come up with new stories and new narrative, but in full force. So I see a lot of new energy of people that are saying, we have a world to lose, and we just don't allow, let's say, authoritarian regimes, for instance, to take this away from us. And we will show to our people and our communities that, we have a story of hope instead of being ruled by fear. So there's definitely a lot of new energy and a lot of creative thinking on how to better get that message across and how to pull forces together.